Rhonj Melissa calls Teresa fake as Andy Cohen worries he'll get the S beaten out of him. During part 2 of the Rhonj reunion, Melissa Gorga and Teresa Judas officially canceled their sister-in-lawness as Melissa disputed Teresa's new calm outlook on life. Namus you're a hole. Melissa Gorga turned the tables on Teresa Judas during part 2 of the Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion, throwing her sister-in-law's words from last season back at her. The relatives spent the majority of Tuesday's reunion episode bickering and hurling nasty insults at each other, including canceling their sister-in-lawness to the point where host Andy Cohen had to speak over them to keep the conversation moving. By the end, he was even worried for his own safety. At one point during the reunion, Melissa called Teresa's husband, Louis Rulis, a bitch boy. Fans may remember it was the same phrase Teresa used to describe Joe Gorga at the season 12 reunion, which led to an explosive fight between the siblings and saw Joe walking off the stage, threatening to quit the franchise for good. Never one to be outdone, Teresa hit back at Melissa's words. Yeah, he is a bitch boy. Your husband made him. I can't wait to never. And look at your face again after today. Andy wasn't faced by Teresa's threats to rid the show of Melissa. We know how that goes, he deadpanned. By the end of the episode, as Andy prepared to bring out the men to join the reunion, he was visibly shaken up. I'm worried because it's so emotional. I just don't want it to get physical, Andy pleaded backstage with Louis. I'm the first line in there, and I'm gonna get this beaten out of me. No, don't worry. You're good, Louis assured him. Thanks for caring. Rhonj Melissa says Teresa has reached delusional's highest level as they wonder how to coexist together. Last week, Teresa also insisted that Melissa was responsible for putting her in jail, much to Andy's dismay. Teresa proceeded to then walk back her original statement. I'm not saying they're responsible, she said of Joe and Alyssa. They hung out with people that were responsible for that happening to me. Melissa maintained that she doesn't know Joe Judas's ex-business partner or any of the people Teresa was alleging the Gorgas hung out with. Well, you were married to the person responsible for you going to jail, Andy quipped of Teresa's ex. Melissa drove her innocence home with a simple line. Teresa, we didn't commit mortgage fraud. You did, dollface. Things proceeded to get even worse, however, when Melissa showed up to the argument with receipts. There in front of everyone, she read aloud a nasty text that Jacqueline Loretta sent to Jackie Goldschneider, in which Jacqueline trashed Teresa despite their recent reconciliation. This is bad for you, Melissa. You're going down, a concerned Dolores Catania said, worried about what Jacqueline might do now that Melissa revealed her mean text messages on air. Teresa Judas ends her friendship with Jacqueline Loretta on Rhonj season finale. Across the couch, Andy turned the conversation to Rachel Fuda, who revealed she successfully adopted her stepson, Jaden. She also dropped the bombshell that Louis contacted Jaden's birth mom to try and muddy the adoption.